What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is the next installment in the series, Which Version of X named character should you use? So we're going to take a quick look at Andre. Andre has some really cool characters. Like this one right here. I love Mutant Andre. I think that is the coolest thing. I love it. He-Man version, I love He-Man, but this one's just... it's a chest plate, and it's not a He-Man character I even really used, the gigantic guy, or remember. And do you remember the day when they said that this Andre was coming out, and he would be, quote-unquote, God tier, and he is not. He is not. So, this one's going to go quick because, ironically, for one of the greatest champions in WWE history, Andre's really got the shaft in this game. This guy right here is borderline unusable, even with his gear, which, by the way, moves that generate cross-break gems will generate 4 more. Sounds good, but it's not great. He is C tier for a reason. He doesn't have a whole lot that's going for him. His move is lower, which is cool, but it's make 3 random botch gems into cross-break gems. So then you got to go try and find where's his botch gems. It's the sub, which is an 8 MP move. And then what do you do to break them? Oh, well, you're not going to use that. And yes, this does make botch gems, but it's 10 MP. If you use this different color, that's awesome. That doesn't work. So you choose 6 random red gems to destroy, but then you need to have that color and that color. Okay, so now we're going to use this. We're going to choose 2 columns to destroy, but it's 9 MP. This doesn't turn into red submissions, so as you can see, it just doesn't flow super well. He's got one set that kind of flows. He has this moment, but it's the one that does gems do 25% more damage, so it's not really helping. So not usable most of the time. Unfortunately, same is true for this one. He didn't make it past the meta, except he does have the ability to use the yeet plate, but I promise you, he's not the greatest place for it. I tried with all of these blasts to run where we have the blast plate and the yeet plate together, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't flow as well as it should. Again, super high charge moves, except for this one, but you're making silence in a blast, so you got to go find where you make the silence gems, and where are they? Where are they? There's no silence gems. So it's if you're going up against someone. This one is make 5 random trap gems. It's just if you're going up against someone, right? So there's just a lot better than him. However, you do need to get him, and you need to put his coaching ability at 17k, because that is an important move for those who do use cross-break gems as their primary, especially like Turtle, Raphael, Rey Mysterio, and a few others like that. Anybody who would use the Shades of Rain's plate, you would want this on him as well. He is on the UCC for pretty cheap, relative to the fact that you do have to pay a monthly fee to be a part of the UCC. That side of things, that's different, but no, he's not a good fighter. Also, this one, not good. Not good. He is not God tier by any means. High charge on a lot of his moves. Doesn't flow as well as he should. This one gains red MP, but you destroy random gems, and the blast gems are a 3x3 area. So yes, you do the Titan. Or you do a sub, but you're only generating 9, and they turn into X-Break, so you're not using the Titan, you're not really getting any bonus. And he doesn't have the moment, that makes the X-Break gems for the DX go up by 1,500%. Could you imagine if Andre had lived and ended up being a part of DX? Like, instead of Rick Rude, that would be... Thinking of the alternate history promos that Triple H and Shawn Michaels would have done with Andre in the group, and then you had the 8th Wonder of the World and the 9th Wonder of the World, I've just created alternate history fan fiction in my head. That might be the best thing that comes from this video. Then there's this one. This one is also, unfortunately, not very usable. As much as I love this guy, and I have tried several times to make him work with the Karrion crossplate, the nearing end, It just hasn't happened. Doesn't make enough cross break, high charge. Doesn't really make enough X break, high charge. This isn't super high charge, but it's high charge because now you're making him into green. Then you get the finisher, and then you do damage for every immobile, but you've had to break the immobile to get that to go there. And then you've got this one, which goes into red gems, not green gems, and the sub, which just turns him into immobile. So, but you've only got 26, which is not a small number. So you could replace this one with it, but then again, you have to destroy the 28 gems into green to make it. Just doesn't work. I wish it did. I really wish it did, but he just doesn't work. So you're down to 2. So these are do not use, all of them. Do not use them. This is your most common Andre. And they did rework him for the 7th anniversary. He does have gear, which is yellow moves start with 2 more MP if you can get it. And he has a sub set up that they changed around. It's just his finisher, right? Yeah. So you changed around. So you do have 10 MP charge, but you do have the ability right here to destroy 7 random and then choose 2 rows to destroy or choose 2 7 to purple. So as you can see, still super high charge, but this is opposite of the way I would run him. In terms of this move would be here, this move would be here. But you do have 8 MP red, 7 to yellow, which then allows you to immediately go into the red sub. The red sub is 8 gems for 5 turns, and you can make that go up to like 7 to 10 turns. It's still, however, only doing 206k damage, which is not that much. 2 million if you get everything right. So he's usable. They made him usable in the 7th anniversary, and technically they did try to make plates. Some of the the 7th anniversary plates that would work well for him. His is the larger than life. Whenever you break yellow gems, you get red gems back, and then you create this again. So you can cycle him better than it seems. He is actually very usable, but he's just not quick, and he's not meant to be at a C tier. So the final Andre comes to this guy. If you have this moment, this helps him out. Don't get me wrong. That being said, he is good. He has a few different ways you can run him. Juggernaut gems will make increase strength of your power gems, and you can run power gem setup. This one is your multiply gems setup. He does have the sub with the power gems. The reality, though, is even with his best stuff, he's not phenomenal. He's not bad, but he's still not the top tier Andre that we need. It's kind of hard. Kind of hard using Andre. Any Andre requirement, these are your 2. These guys are filler. If you have to, you could use him in a pinch. But that's kind of it. We need an S plus tier Andre that is legitimately almost game-breakingly good for the legacy Andre the Giant has. Kind of like I would love to see an Andre that's on par with the immortal Hulk Hogan. Even if you have to get some things to get him there, maybe it could be this one. Maybe they make gear for him. He doesn't have gear, right? Okay, just making sure before I said that. Maybe they make gear for him. Maybe they add him to another moment. Maybe a play, I don't know, something will come out. Maybe he's better than I'm saying he is. Have you got a way to run him that does 70 million damage turn 1 with normal trainers? Let me know. I would love to know that in the comments section. Otherwise, that's kind of the rough slim pickings for your Andres. Let me know what you think of this series. Like the video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and let me know which Andre you use or have to use whenever there's an any Andre requirement. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.